Ah, interesting. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Could have been something. Who knows? Who knows what it was? Drown. Back. I think this would just do suffocation. Back now. All right. Sweet. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. So you didn't hear any of the explanations for all these like different bits or how the spell system is or anything? Got none of it. So this is all of the offensive stuff. Let me just get rid of all of it. I don't think I need it. Right, because all of this is going to be defensive, and then this is going to be all the... Okay. Well, I guess I can leave that as is. I got healing going, because healing was pretty easy. Life tap. I could put in life tap, right? Because it's basically going to be a heal that would... Well, I guess I need to think about this. So with life tap, maybe I could drain your health to replenish Viz in your staff, your wand or whatever. But I don't have that system in quite yet. I could do slow fall. Regeneration. Regeneration as well. See, I think regeneration, some of these, I want to wait for the new effect system. That way I can just piggyback on that, the one the VS team's making. Because then I can add poison and regeneration and everything much easier. For now, you know what? This will be everything I put in. Anything that, I mean, I could like come into here, right? Because this would just be suffocation. Right, fire effect would of course be fire. Anything else in here? So force, I just have as blunt attack. Frost damage. Yeah, so this would be frost. What other elements are base in the game? We got acid. Crushing. Ooh, maybe it should be crushing damage. Got electricity, fire, frost. We got gravity. Okay. Heal, heat, hunger, injury. Piercing attack, poison, so there is an innate poison. Slash, suffocation. That's it. So for physical damage, force damage, instead of blunt attack, let's just have it be. Okay, so this would do. So the freeze effect's not what I want. So frost damage does frost. Lightning damage, let's make that do electricity damage. Magic. I think for magic, I guess I gotta think of this. So magic should be. I think I'm gonna need to make my own damage in this, so I can dynamically add. And then I can create something new that just says, like, instead of like piercing attack or something, it could just be like magic. So let me do that. Let's open up the magic mode. I gotta go through my GitHub. I have an update to push out for the magic. Added a couple more quality of. I don't remember what they are. That's what. I gotta look at my patch note. Stop trying to sign me in with it. Where did I put it? I think it was in Enum. Christ, this mod is so... Magic traits, that's not it. God, I wish I wasn't as lazy as I was. There we go. Enum magic element? No, that's not. Maybe it wasn't in Enum. Because... Enum magic element. You know what? I think it's a combo. It's this right here and the Enum. So it's this and this. Let's move this over. All right, well, where am I gonna put these? System. I could pop these into spell. Yeah, let's paste these into here. I'm going to create Enum folder for in here. Although I could just pop it in Enum. See, I guess I need to make a decision now. Do I have everything separated out, or should I have it like for spells, and then spells has their own... Oh my... Numerator. Perfect. Right, that way I can go into like, oh, this is a spell, and then I have everything linking a spell together. I think that's a good idea. There we go. And then, so in here, what I could do is say, like, magic damage. And then we can look at the original damage sources. I think... Do I have capitalization? Look at Enum damage type. Yeah, everything is kind of amplified. So I will do the same thing in this. This would be magic damage unknown none. And I can clean this stuff up here, right? So we'll get an enum from magic damage. And for this, I can say, instead of elemental damage source, yeah, like magic damage. Or custom. I'm late, but I'm here. My wife and I were up until 4 or so watching a show. That sounds awesome. My wife and I, we have to try and watch things in like really low. We can't watch anything in the living room because our child like will peek through his door down the hall and be like, "Why are you watching TV?" So we gotta be sneaky, really sneaky. Enum magic used. That's gonna be the new elemental type. You know what? Let's rethink this, because it's not. It may not be all elemental stuff. Like it could be. It should be like custom. Oh. Custom damage source. See if this... So this is a custom damage source. Which that makes sense. And then the enum should be something like... Something with like the damage type. So I will say enum custom damage type. right? That way I can put things like magical damage in or whatever I want. If I want like mechanical pinching damage, you know, like I can put that in here, so it's not just all magic. And then in here, right, I'd be able to type, so instead of elemental type, it should be like custom. Right. Now let's go into one of the effects. Here's effects, and let's just look at magic damage, right? So now I should be able to come into here and say custom type. Well, first I need to do a custom damage source, import it, and then custom type can be enum custom damage type magic damage. How's that? Right, so I can now it will be magic damage source type, and then I can create the system that I have in Magic Mod where I can put a listener on, and then just intercept and see like, oh, is this a damage source for magic? Then use the magical protection value for it instead of the physical value. There we go. Got him. Our kids do too, but they're at their bio mommies today, which is why we utilize these free weekends. Man, what's it like to have a free weekend? I'm on call right now. Like at any point, little man can come in, and he probably will. He has some allowance, which is such a foreign thing for me. But by God, it works. Oh, did you hear about the API update so it recognizes a world property.json in other domains? Oh, I have not heard of it. That's interesting. I'm waiting for the 1.22 notes, like whenever we get them. I think this will be the first time where I will jump in immediately, at least with this mod. Just because I really want to make use of that effects system that they're putting in. I think that's a huge step forward for me. And I'm going to be abusing the hell out of it. Like, all my stuff's going to be tied to it. Build. So this should work. And then I can just add more damage to it. Sweet. I should put in deal direct damage. Perfect. What do I want to work on? There's so much to do in this mod. I have to start thinking about how you are going to create whatever your spell is, right? How are you going to create the spell nodes and into a spell chain? I kind of want to experiment a little bit too. I'm gonna have to do that. What if I did something like self heal and then fire damage? Would it hurt me and heal me a little bit? Which means that like and is there? I should do something where it deals 2 damage to me and heals me for 1. Right? Because then if I use it and I see both effects come through, I'll see it in my print statements. And it will only take away 1 health. But that would tell me that the multiple nodes, like the chain of nodes... Here... Oh yeah, I shut down a lot of them. We gotta pull some stuff back. Item. Tool. They opened up a new Taco Bell. I think I want to try. If there was ever a good time to eat at Taco Bell, it would be when a new store opens up, because you know they'll put a little more cheese on and a little more meat, and you know what I mean. The food may be a little fresher. that. Oh wait, no, it's not wand that I want. It is resource, parts, and spell focus. This is what I was looking for, right? So separate it out like this, right? So what if I were to add fire damage? And then for that effect, let me go into the fire damage effect. And the damage is 1, let's make it 2 without a damage mark. So that's going to be base damage. Yeah, it allows for mods like Smithing Plus or extra info to accurately pull molded metal properties. The way it was set up before, they wouldn't fully accurately patch into the game's JSON, but now we have modded metal anvils and accurate metal tiers. Is there something that we can get in on? Like, is there a 1.22 already available? I didn't see any releases. Oh dear morning, saw your stream start up. Cooking in the kitchen, had to come lurk for you. Hope you're having a good day. See you in a few. Hey, thanks. Yeah, my day's pretty good so far. I'm feeling a lot better too. I've been running a lot, and I've been dropping some awesome. I feel good. And it's been nice kind of working on like a new crop. It's been kind of nice. Okay, so let's write to this cat. So now it's self, heal, and fire. The heal should be only 1 hit point. Let's double check. This would be under defense, heal effect. Yep, so it should be 1. And then 2 fire damage, so it should only do 1 fire damage. This is the air cap. Pop this on. Oh, I got a cast. That's right, I just recently put in a cast bar. It used to be just that kind of... Alright. Gained 1 hit point by another player. Gained 1 hit point. Healed me twice. Uh-oh. Oh, no. So it's just healing. Interesting. I thought I made it to where you could have multiple nodes. Maybe it's a little more archaic. Maybe I need to put in... Which I will have to change this if this is the case. But... Copy and paste, right? So one of these may be like, okay, do fire damage and then heal. So you would need self fire damage, self heal, and then I could still just throw in touch fire damage. There's no mana combo. Let's write this to the earth one, and let's make sure. So we have 3 nodes in here, so we have a self-fire, a self-heal, and a touch fire damage. Do this. So it just did a heal. So I need to look at this a little closer. So it did touch, and it healed me. So maybe I need to expand it so... Interesting. Now, I wonder if I change the order of operations. What if I do self-heal first and then self-fire damage? Does it do fire damage to myself? Oh, wait, I gotta write it. I'll write it on this one. Go. Put the air one back on. Let's see. Oh, duh. Guys, I'm in creative mode. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm not going to be able to do any damage to myself. Oh, man. Ugh. No apparent functionality was added on 1.20. I spoke to people in VS Discord. I've tested it. It doesn't work on 1.19, but it works on 1.20 and 1.21. They never publicized the given modes. This API update also allows for modded alloys for modders to overwrite vanilla metal. That's pretty cool. I may have to look at it. I'm gonna cut this out, paste this back in, and get rid of this, right? So let's go back to self fire damage heal. Slash game mode 1. There we go. Now let's cast a spell. Bam! Alright. But what did that do? So what it did is it gained 1 hit point, but it did that first, and then it did 2 fire damage to me, and then it did fire damage to my target. 2 points of fire damage to my target. So this is an order of operations kind of thing. So let's change this. It's cool seeing the system actually doing what I've been busting my butt to have it do. So what if I change it? Look at that. It did 3. So, let's see. It did 2 points of damage to me. Then it healed me for 1, so I was at 4 at that point. Then it healed me for 1, so that put me back to 3. And I was able to do touch fire damage to that guy. So this is actually a complex chained spell. Yeah, it did self-heal, self-damage, and then touch fire. I'm breaking that up a little weird, huh? Here, let's write this on the water. That's what I want to see, actually. Self, then heal, and then fight. Okay. Let's put on the water cap. That's what I like to see. Okay. Self, heal, fire damage, and then do touch fire damage. So at this point, it should heal me for 1. Order doesn't matter. And then deal 2 fire damage to me and still do damage to... Yeah. It did. I'm at 3. Alright, so let's do it again. So it should dip me to 5 and then give me 1 back. Yep. So it healed me for 1, and you could see the bar effect. So it's healing first, and then it's taking the damage. So I think it's actually... Oh no, it's doing it right. So order of operations does matter when you craft your own spells. It should read things in a chain. That's what I was hoping would happen, because that's what I molded this after. So self, heal me, and then it did the fire damage. Cool. Cool. And then it went to touch, and then fire damage. I think I was working on Cone. Let me see if Cone actually does anything. And this would be a delivery type. So in Cone, I'm trying to shoot out a couple different ray casts. Cone, the idea of Cone is a shotgun. And I can change the spread to make it feel better. But it's like a short range, shotgun. So let's try that with fire damage. Where's my item? There's it. So instead of touch, put in Cone. And let's give this to Earth. Rewrite Earth. There we go. To do this, game mode 2. We'll pull out some drifters. We'll just grab a bunch of them. And ideally, I should be able to just, like, look ahead. Didn't quite work, did it? Oh, it hit both of them. Oh, so maybe my angle, it needs to be more aggressive with the angle. Because I'm shooting out 5 rays. Hard to... It may be doing it in a plus set of the box. Hope. What if I up the... What if I shoot out 10? Although, you know what? Wait, 5 should be enough. Hold on. 5 should... let's change this default spread. What if I increase that a little? Let's make it double. It could be that it's too much, like, focused too closely. Yeah, see, I just hit that guy. Oh, you know what? Before I do... Oh. I don't have to, like, complete channeling. Interesting. Yep, and I'm able to... I'm healing myself, so I don't have to worry about the cast bar. I'll have to fix that in a bit. Put this back down. Let me look at hitbox. That would be dot wireframe or dot debug wireframe entity. So it's definitely not a cone. Unless... Yeah, it's definitely not a cone. Just make sure I wrote it right. Oh no, it's still on touch fire damage. Damn it. Wait, what did I write it on? Did I write it on the earth one? I just never equipped it? Yeah, cone. Whoops. Hold on. Earth. There we go. Double check. Cone fire damage. Okay. Let's try it now. Getting nothing. Not doing thing. I wish I could see, like, the ray cast coming out. You know what I mean? Like, have, like, a debug to where, like, there's a debug for, like, any kind of ray cast that you shoot out. So let me just leap through this here. So, the modifier for my range, right? Since I don't have anything for the modifier for range, it's just going to be a 4.5. The spread count. So I'm getting a hash set for all the entity agents hit. And I'm going to loop through all 5 ray cats. Then I'm going through the ray cast count. That's with the spread on, so it should be shifting it as it does. And then I have my yaw offset target. And that's my ray trait. Based on my Although, yeah, it's just the yaw offset. I actually don't do anything with pitch. And I did put fire damage down, right? Okay, cone fire damage. Good. Wanted to make sure. Because I'm doing heals to myself, but since I'm in creative, I'm not doing any fire damage. Oh. If this target is agent. And the hit agent is not... Oh, okay, so I'm ignoring, for the raycast, I'm ignoring anything else then. Effect, I apply the effect. Then I add to my hit target. That way I don't tap it again. Makes sense. And then I have my last hit enemy and the agent. Should be, should be. I hit this red. Let me get quick. Oh shit! It's just got a crash crouching. Come on. Oh, what do we get? String attribute. Oh, 2 item stack attribute. Oh, I forgot to fix this when I went to the string array. Okay, so item wand. Interact. Unheld interact start. It's not giving me... That's okay. I know where it is. So I was removing a cat and it crashed. So sneak, that's it right there. Current focus. Wait. That's actually not it. That's the equipped focus. Offhand item. Oh, I don't need anything. This was when, so before I had the mouse wheel, I had it to where you had to have like a cap in your offhand, and then, you know, you'd be able to put it on your wand. And yeah, this is not what I do anymore. I should be walking the inventory. It's not even saving the tagged information, right? The equipped focus. This is a string. This isn't an item stack anymore. So I need to redo all of this. I would have to do, since this is an item stack, new items, comment all that crap out, and then I'd have to create the item, right? So why don't I just make a new variable for item focus. I could get my entity .world .get item, do a new set location. In here, for the new asset location, it would be taking in a string, which would be focus. And then in here, I could just say focus 1, right? Because you're only going to get 1 back. I like to define it. And then I would remove the equipped focus attribute. I would also need to remove the spell parts. Go. So that should be removing everything from there. And what I need to do, we don't need offhand at all. I'll just drop the item. I could walk the inventory at a later date. I need to put on the new current focus, not attributes. We need to create this here. It's going to be a custom attribute. I could say that equal go into the wand stack dot attributes. Whoops. It would be the same spell part. I would just copy over spell parts from one. There we go. All right, so let's kind of read through this, right? So I get the wand stack, which I probably should. Yeah, I guess since this is in the wand, that's fine. So I get the item stack for the slot you have. I create a focus based on the tag, which actually be wrong, because that particular item, it's not item attribute casting. I need to pull this out as well. And this would be attribute.get string, and then use that key, not use. There we go. That would be better. So current focus is going to be your focus, then just one of them, and then on the focus I'm going to write the spell parts to it based on what the wand has, and then I clean up the wand and I spawn the item, the current focus item. Okay, let's try this again. I think I have earned something to eat. I haven't really missed it. Again, this new spell system is going to be so freaking cool. Okay. Well, let's put the air focus on. So if I sneak and right click, there it is. It popped off, and it's got self-heal, self-fire damage, touch fire damage. I don't know if that's what I had before, so we're gonna right click. We're gonna write the new one, the self-heal fire damage, and then cone fire damage. Let's put this cap on. Go. Let's make sure it's preserved. Yep. Self-heal fire damage, and then cone fire damage. Now, remove the cap. Yep, self-heal fire damage, cone fire damage. Perfect. We are doing great. Now let's actually finish this idea out. Let's walk the inventory, trying to find a space to put it in there, and then have it default to drop it. And I figured all of this walking inventory logic out in the packets here. Here, let me actually put in walk. Put in walk. And this is what I want. So elegant. And as long as the focus equals something, I could come back into here. So let's do. I have player. Did I? No, I don't have a specific. I do by entity walk inventory. Let me copy by entity. I also need it. I need it. Instead of existing focus, it'll be current focus. Current. Okay. So ideally, it will find the first free inventory slot and then try and place it into there. If there are no inventory slots available, this also includes your bags, then it will create the item and drop it on the ground. Let me get out of this pit. Always. Whoops. Not mean to do that. There we go, light. Alright, so I equipped the air focus. Yep, and it's got self-heal fire damage and cone fire damage. And then, if I were to sneak, right-click, there it is. And it preserved all the attributes correctly, and it correctly took it off here. Sweet. Okay, okay. This is working out pretty well. This is pretty cool. Alright. I like this. I don't know if I like the caps. The cap idea. Ed, hey, I've started seeing some large streaming clans use your magic mod. It's great to see. Grats. Oh, that's cool. We will see if they like it. I think it's the only act in town right now. I do have an update coming out. I just need to get the changelog done. More quality of life stuff. I think I made stuff easier. Let's put on... Here, let's do this one. This one is self-heal. Good, all three of them are. So self-heal, touch fire damage. Oh, pop this on. Ooh, it's creating two. Ooh. Oh, it's duplicating them. Let's go in an area with less grid. That's really cool, though, like other people. I like it. As long as it makes people happy, it's... Doesn't make everyone happy. Trust me. Doesn't make everyone happy. Some people act like I owe them money for wasting their time. Alright, so let's put a fire focus back on. Let's take a look at the code. Oh, duh. It's creating a duplicate here. I forgot to comment that part out. This should work now. I shouldn't drop anything because I have a blank slot. Right? So, bam. Didn't drop anything. Although, I can still cast without... I don't like that. What I probably need to do in here is look specifically for it has the right. So let's go into here. Let's if bot dot item stack dot has attribute, right? So if it doesn't have this attribute, don't do anything. And if it does have the attribute, I will look for sneaking. If not, then we could just set the render variant and then just do the prevent default. There we go. So no casting now. If I put on the fire focus, I can cast. If I were to swap to the air cast, I take the air off, I'm unable to cast. Yeah, there we go. It's coming together, guys. All coming together. Sweet. Oh, 1 second. All right, guys, that is my cue. Um, we're making some progress here. I definitely make more progress when I put down like I'll pop up something on YouTube, like some kind of video or just something, and I'll kind of daze out and like kind of listen to like whatever it is and maybe glance over. But I definitely make a lot more progress when I hold myself up and and just like focus on it. But this has been definitely good. People can see the new spell system. I think it's going to be a really good spell system. I need to come up with a way that you are going to craft. You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be like runes of like delivery and stuff, and then you like place them together and link things? Like, am I going to have something like that? Is it going to be as something like a workbench where like maybe use some ink and you like write on a piece of paper? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it looks like, so I got to start thinking of that. I definitely have more to do here. I need to expand. I need to come up with a cooldown system, I think. Or should I may not need a cooldown system because that would be, I don't know. I don't know what I need. A lot of this is going to be kind of uncharted territory. So I don't know if I really need a cooldown system or not. I may not need one. There we go. Stat registry. Oh, it was up already. Because like right now, there's like a mana cost and a cast time, and this is all accumulative. And I'm thinking I need to add like a modifier on that, like each effect, like each node will increase the overall amount by a certain percentage. So maybe like a 10% increase. If you want to do like self-healing or or like touch fire and then like projectile lightning. Right? If you want all three of those things, then there would be like a 30% increase to, plus whatever the basic components are, right? So a cost for complexity thinking. But yeah. All right, everyone, let's find someone to raid. Cool that my camera's working. We will find someone actually playing this game. Percusses is playing. Hey, we may end up getting percuss. Anyone? Person. I like to raid people that's got like a camera. That way I'm not the only one putting myself out there. Crow's Nest. That's the one percusses on. Yeah, they're on the Crow's Nest. I will. Should we go for someone new, or should we? Yeah, thank you for the stream. My pleasure. Should we go for someone new, or should we just raid percuss? You just percuss.
We could have a look at.
There we go. And hold on, let me see. No. Oh, that person's using. We could go for someone actually using the magic, because they would probably, you know what? We're gonna go for someone that's using the magic. I'm gonna go for this person. Hold on, let me see.
Later.
Yep. Marathon. Unless is Zen's I don't think that. Alright, let's do you know what? No, I'll just do N. There we go. It's in. It's ready. It's good to go. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Pretty cool that my camera's working. Yeah, look at that. Maybe I gotta start shaving and looking presentable again. I can't get all wild bear on everyone. The new magic mod is shaping up here. I had totally forgot I have like wood in the game and trees that can grow, you know, my magic trees. We have basic wands right now, the caps. I don't know if we are going to stick with this kind of spell focus system or what. I am definitely up for any you know, like even like what other mods are doing, right? Like any kind of idea to really like shape this into something cool. The foundation is solid though. I like the ring. I like how it expands. Um, whatever shape this cap is going to be, you know, it could be a grimoire or whatever. It's gonna be pretty cool. This new spellcasting system. Honestly, I think I'm liking it a little more than this. So we'll see. We will see. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you all later. Bye. Adios. I'll probably live stream again maybe later tonight. I don't think it's my night. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.